Coming to you on a fantastic Sunday afternoon. It's Wellness Nerd Out time. But today, we're going to talk about something a little different. Today is not an educational message, although it can be taken that way if you want to. And I'm not looking to educate anybody on what we're talking about today. These are just facts, and this is the truth. And before we even get into it, I want to say, happy birthday, Danny Saltis. We got a weird camera angle today because the tripod broke yesterday, but that's all right. We're still getting it in. And Danny, you know there's no way we could forget about you, brother. I love you so much. This one's for you. We'll talk about him more at the end. But as for now, I thought it would be very fitting, since it's Danny Saltis' birthday, and since I have Daniel Kiparissis, two great Dannys, two great men, great people in general, in my mind and my heart today, that we talk about chiropractic or lifestyle. And what I mean by that, what is chiropractic? I really don't care what you call it, because Danny's a great chiropractor, Saltis, and Danny Kiparissis is a great chiropractor. So that's why we're taking intermission from vitamins, and we're going to talk about them and lifestyle in general just for a quick minute here today. So is it chiropractic or is it a lifestyle in general? It's, again, not important what the title is, but what is chiropractic, right? And chiropractic is the science, art, and philosophy of adjusting segments of the spine. We don't need a standard definition like that. When we talk about chiropractic, what we usually know, and what we're all familiar with, is a chiropractor realigns your spine so that your central nervous system, your brain and spinal cord, can function optimally without any interference. And your CNS, or central nervous system, of course, controls the rest of your body and all of its functions. So isn't that an important thing to keep in alignment, and to keep, most importantly, in its natural alignment? We don't want to artificially change it as chiropractors. We just want to put you back in your natural, most optimal state so that your body can perform to the best of its abilities. That is what chiropractic is about, in terms of adjusting, in terms of just the spine. But that is only a piece of the pie. There is a whole encompassing idea here of good health. And the principles carry over to each piece of this pie. And the major principle being to be natural and let your body just naturally flow. Let your innate intelligence flow through you, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to call it innate intelligence. Your soul, for those of you who are spiritual, you can say let God flow through you. And in any way, we're all in the same boat here where, we don't think consciously over our actions. We let our body do the work because it's more intelligent than we will ever consciously be, subconsciously, right? So we let it think for us, but we train well with studying to bolster that intuition so that when we go into the test, we don't have to think about what we're going to pick. We just let our brain do the work and it picks the right answer for us because we've given it great tools in all of the things that we've studied to accompany the power of our natural intuition. Yet we still let it flow naturally. And it's analogous to like changing your answer, right? You don't want to change it. Usually your gut is right if you studied a lot. If you studied, you trust your gut. You went there for a reason, all right? And the same in life. We naturally get a sense of energy from someone, usually for a reason. It doesn't mean you judge a book by its cover. Of course not. Of course not. You give everybody a benefit of the doubt when you meet them, but you let your body tell you things, and it's taking note. It's making millions of calculations before you can think of anything, right? So we have to always keep in mind how powerful, the major point of this little part of our discussion, how powerful our mind and body is naturally, and to not interfere with it unless we absolutely have to. Sometimes, people need surgery, but most often, no. Right? Sometimes people need certain medications, but most often, no. So the vast majority of the time, you can live naturally and you can have a great life. You just need to work hard. The same goes with building muscle, for example, working out in the gym. You don't need steroids or anything like that. You want to be strong? You take a lot of great natural supplements. There's plant roots that could give you energy. It just takes more effort to find them and do your research and find out what's good for you. And it takes more effort to go to the grocery store and to get good food and to cook it, and that's good for you, better than going to Wendy's, which is the quick alternative. Right? So these principles, they carry over with everything. Now, another thing, aside from, I guess as we're talking about out the brain and subconsciously acting, now, what can affect you on the inside? Well, it's physical trauma, right? Could cause a misalignment in the spine. Toxins you eat they can affect your nervous system, of course, we know that. Look at all the deficiencies we talk about, or lack thereof of good things, similar to the effect of toxins, right? Either they'll damage it or lack thereof won't give it what it needs. And so it can't function optimally, right? On top of that, your thoughts play a major role. And I don't want you to think like me. You think like yourself. I'm not telling you that. But what I'm saying is, if you think purely, if you think pure thoughts all the time, and you try to do good things genuinely, you do good things to improve yourself so that you have love and energy in you to give to other people. If you do good things all the time, it will generally bode well for you. And even in the sense of what's happening internally in your body. Stress. Look, there's a hormone named after stress. Cortisol, the stress hormone. It could promote the production of fat. Look, right there, you went from mental to physical. One example. Your thoughts affect even the composition of your body. Not to mention, they highly affect how it internally is regulated and works. So if you think you're pulling one over on anybody by thinking impure thoughts when you're out and about, going about your day, you're pulling one over on yourself and you're hurting yourself. And whatever you consider pure thoughts, everybody's different. But there are commonalities that are just right, and there are common things that are just wrong. It's just plain and simple. It's not black and white. Every situation's unique. But try to do the right thing and try to think purely. All right? And when I think of, that's what I wanted to talk about today. When I think of two people that think very purely, I have to start with Danny Saltis, because it's your birthday, baby. It's your birthday. He is a great guy at heart, in mind, in his art, with his hands, as a chiropractor. And Danny, I absolutely love you, man. I'm so glad that I've been able to see you a decent amount recently as we've been connecting, whether it be at Stein's bachelor party or Stein's wedding and things like that. And, me and you, we always hit it off. The energy is just, it's going back and forth in the most positive, greatest, positive feedback way. And I'm thankful to have you in my life. I'm thankful to have met you at Palmer. Had I never gone there, I never would have met you. And, when I think of everything I just said in lifestyle, you're one of the people I think about. And I've always looked up to you as a chiro, as a person. So you're putting great stuff out there too for the people. Check him out, Danny Saltis, Dr. Danny Saltis on Instagram. They have a great practice. He always gives great information on Instagram, and even better information in real life. So if you want to hang out with him in real life, you'll get even more out of it. But and if you want to go get adjusted, it's going to feel great. Promise you that, and do good things for you, baby. So Danny, this one is absolutely 100% for you. But I also have to talk about someone else. I have to talk about Daniel Kiparissis. Because last night, I don't know if you saw One Wellness the last couple minutes. I don't know that I've ever been that excited in my life. And then Natalie came back, so then I got even more excited. So it's like the greatest day of my life, honestly. And just simple things, seeing the people you love, them being with you on a special day. And, I'm so happy that I can share it with them. And I love both of them to death. Natalie's also going to become a chiropractor, and her lifestyle, it feeds into this as well. It fits so naturally with her because of the great, genuine person that she is. and she likes to be social and deal with people a lot too. It is good hands, so it's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit for her, and I love her to death. And Danny Saltis, I love you too, man. Danny Saltis, again, this one's for you. But Danny Kiparissis, a fantastic human being, fantastic chiropractor, and his lifestyle and his mindset is very consistent with what we've been talking about. I could never say that mine is as good, to be honest. I mean, I'll keep working and making myself better every day to try and get there. But this kid's on another level. I mean, you meet Danny. I mean, he's always Kippy. I call him Smiles because he's always smiling, and it just flows out of him. I mean, it's an overpouring cup of positive energy and love, and just he's great at what he does. He's even good looking. So are you, Danny Saltis, and Natalie's great looking too. So talk about 3 great looking people too. But on top of that, he's great at what he does. As a chiro, he picks, Danny, you pick everything up quick. As a rugger, just, man, I love you to death, dude. So, this one in part is for you too. But majorly is for Danny Saltis, just because, even though I love Natalie and Kip a lot, it's your birthday, baby. So, bada bang, bada boom. Woo! Take all that information and use it how you want, you guys. Who do we have on here? Mike Cap, what's up, brother? Nadia, Josh, how you doing? Almost nerd out time, motivation time today. Who else do we got? IDF Comer, Gino, what's up, baby? Thank you, my brother. Kippy, hey, we were talking about you before. I love you, man. He's helping set up right now. He's a beast. For the party, it's going to be a great time if you want to come hang out with us. Who else do we got? Hun, my man, I'll see you later, baby. Thanks for hopping on. You guys have a great rest of your day. Happy When Wellness. If I don't see you later, definitely, absolutely make today better than yesterday in any way you can. And I hope you can positively apply anything that we've said to your own unique lifestyle, and that it benefits you, that it benefits you, that it benefits you more than anything. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.